we've discovered by being improv people that the guidelines of improv and the guidelines for caregiving for somebody with dementia are almost the same. One of them being trying to say yes and. Yes and is sort of the fundamental rule of improv, and well, actually a guideline, because it's not like a hard and fast rule. Sometimes you don't have to obey it, but it tends to help if you try and stick to it. Meaning, so if somebody with dementia is, they feel that they need to get up and go to work, and
I need to go to work,
and you would say yes, and let's go get your jacket so you can go
I need
to
to go to work.
Yes, and tell me about your work. I'm fascinated by your work.
So instead of saying no, you don't need to go to work anymore, or no, you stay here with me now, hearing that yes can feel pretty good. And hearing somebody say yes, and they understand how you're feeling. And then you can use that and to build upon that yes, to redirect the person or to validate how they're feeling. And we found it's just a really great tool to use for a lot of different things. We also feel like stepping into that person's world or accepting their reality is huge. And it's a huge one for family members, because family members seem to always be trying to pull that person back into their own reality. So if mom or dad is watching TV and they see a commercial for Cheerios and there's Mary Lou Retton, an old commercial, and they're like, oh, there's Mary Lou Retton. I knew her. I went to school with her.
Yes, and tell me about that.
So instead of going, there's no way you went to school with Mary Lou Retton, Mom, you're 91, just go with that. Go into their world and their reality. And it can make life so much easier if you just do that. And then mixed into all of it is being present, really being in the moment with the person, because that's where they are. I mean, a lot of people are in that moment, or they might be in a moment that happened many, many years ago. And being truly present with someone can enrich your life, but also make your life easier by being with them at that moment.
Because you're not producing as much conflict with the other person. If you're stepping into their world, seeing things from the way they see things, or trying to, then they feel that. They can feel that you're trying to, and they don't feel that you're conflicting with them. So you're together against whatever the obstacle, you and them against the world kind of thing, instead of you against the other person. And so when you're stepping in, then you can anticipate more about what they're feeling. So if you're trying to see things from their point of view, then you understand, oh, look, it's getting on in the afternoon. This is a time when they would normally go and go home from work. And so maybe that's why they're feeling kind of anxious because they want to go, they need to get home, because they're thinking about the home that they grew up in, and they need to get back because they're going to be expected for dinner, and they feel this apprehension. And if you see the world from their point of view, you can understand that that's what they're feeling.
There's a lot of so-called behaviors that people have, like they call it sundowning, when the sun's going down, that all of a sudden the person gets agitated. Well, if you look at it as something that's normal, because how many times do you at 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon want a cup of coffee or a piece of chocolate, or you want to get up and walk around? That's pretty normal for all of us. So maybe since that person can express that they want a cup of coffee or some caffeine or to go walk around, that's why they're feeling agitated. It's not because the sun's going down. Or it could be that's the time they got home from work or picked up their kids. It could be something else that we want to label everything when it's pretty normal that a lot of people feel the way they do.
And labels put people at a distance. When you put a label on somebody, you're not dealing with them as a person. You're dealing with them as a symptom. And that dehumanizes them. And it doesn't make you more compassionate, and it makes the other person feel more alienated.
So it's better to be in the moment with the person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we think.